The flaky bomb. Hey there, hi there, meow there, nail friend. Welcome to today's video. I'm Tyler. Today we're taking a look at Moonkat's Welcome to Paradise collection. But first, before we get into swatches, today's video is extra special because we're doing an official giveaway with Mooncat. To celebrate the release of this upcoming dystopian dream collection, trust me, they're all stunning. I'm officially teaming up with them to give one of you lucky moonkittens a $150 gift card. You heard that right. Yep, 150 bucks, which is so amazing. It's enough to either purchase the full new collection if you'd like, or you can go to the site and curate your own chaotic cart, which you maybe already have, and you can use it for those. All the information and rules are down below. This is my very first YouTube giveaway, and I think it might be my first giveaway anywhere. And so I'm over the moon that Mooncat was willing to do this with me. The incredible team at Mooncat, who honestly, the people that work at Mooncat are heart of gold, good people. They are a team of people that I really truly adore, that are doing really gorgeous work for all of us and trying to do their best at it. And they really do succeed. So when they revealed the first tease for this collection, everyone lost their minds. Maybe not the best way, because I think everyone assumed it meant neons, maybe glow-in-the-dark neons, and we're at that point in the summer where I think everyone is a little bit burnt out on neons. Never happens for me, but I can understand how as we start to enter the latter part of summer, we've been doing neons pretty hard for a few months, and so the level of disappointment I think was quite massive. And so Mooncat was smart to drop their second tease and to, you know, calm any fears with something absolutely dystopian just to soothe all of us. And it worked. I think everyone now, everyone quickly shifted gears and understood, like, oh no, we're getting something totally unique for the summer, which we are. This collection is absolutely unique. It is stunning. The finishes are perfection. Everything is 2-coat coverage except maybe the flaky bomb. I would do 3 coats probably, but you could maybe get away with 2 on shorter nails. They've managed to craft some multi-chromes that are incredibly opaque but super shifty. The magnetics are wild. I was paid to swatch the magnetics for the website, so you'll see my thumb over there on the website, maybe my whole hand. Anyway, this video isn't sponsored, however it is an official giveaway, so in a way it is sponsored. And I hope you enter, I hope you win, I hope you have fun. Let's chat in the comments about our favorite Mooncat polishes. If you're a Live Love polish fan, what were your favorites from back then? Anyway, get cozy and let's get into this dystopian nightmare. Okay folks, jumping right in. Mooncat says, we've infiltrated your system to show you a vision of ours. Set in a desolate oasis in near tomorrow, Mooncat's summer 2025 collection paints an ominous tale through the range of cyber-charged dystopian hues descend into the undernet. So this first one, Epilogue to Utopia, a multi-chrome magnetic lacquer that shifts between indigo, blue, and purple and reveals a black base when magnetized. If you haven't already noticed, the opacity is wild. Basically a 1-coater, just doing a 2nd coat for humanity. I don't know. Gotta do something these days. This is definitely one of my top picks. This is basically the color shifts from our favorite House of Hades, but in magnetic shimmer form. So it just beautifully shifts between this deep indigo to a purple. The black base is so rich and deep. In 2 coats, it's absolute perfection. You honestly would never need to go beyond that, which for magnetic lacquers is quite a, step forward. They showed a swatch of Millennia with this, which felt very sheer, although Millennia is much more sheer. So this is a new formula for them. And it's a much more opaque magnetic formula, and boy is it gorgeous. Next up, Mutiny, a lime green magnetic lacquer that reveals a deep teal base when magnetized. Maybe my favorite of the collection. It's hard for me to not pick the green as my favorite, but this is like green. This is all of the greens. It's basically like, pick a green, let's put it in a magnetic. Which one would you like? Would you like a nice cool teal? Do you want to shift on over to a bit of a warmer kind of snake skin? How about we just pop into a chartreuse sort of brat green in this shift? I don't know. What kind of green are you feeling today? Again, insane opacity, beautiful formula. This will probably be the first one I rewear. These are all so beautiful in velvet, but they truly would look good in any style, even without magnetization. But do you see that shift to blue? Like, we're covering the whole spectrum of green here. Woo! I need to try the glass bead thing that I've been seeing happening over on Reddit. The unhinged glass bead magnetization I've been seeing over on Reddit has been very inspiring, and I definitely need to try it with this green. Next up, Port 6666. Love this name. A multichrome magnetic lacquer that shifts between magenta, pink, and purple and reveals a black navy base when magnetized. So these bases all pretty much read as black. There's just the tiniest bit of a lean in these different directions, from a green to, with this one, a navy, or I guess a teal in Mutiny, and with Port 6666 it's a navy base. And I bet in the direct sunlight you might be able to more so tell that. And also I bet as you remove it on your on your lint-free cotton pads, you probably will see the base color a little bit better. But on the nail, they read as like a deep, deep black. Just taking a pass with my trusty orange stick, just to try and salvage a bit of that flood. These magnetics are all super shifty and super opaque, which is pretty much all you could ever want out of a magnetic. There's also a nice bit of restraint with all four of these, where a lot of past magnetics from Mooncat contain additional elements like hollow glitters, flakes, all kinds of other things, different shifting shimmers in the bases. These are quite minimalistic in a way, where the base is quite simple. All of the dynamics are happening in the shifts of the magnetic shimmer. These names just take me out. 404 Soul Not Found. A multichrome magnetic lacquer that shifts between teal, blue, and purple and reveals a black base when magnetized. So two have black bases, one has a teal base, one has a navy base. This one surprised me. You think you know what color it's going to be. It's probably the most dynamic when it comes to the shift. Like, we're covering a pretty wide color roll here. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Right now we're just seeing the teal, blue, and a little bit of purple. But just wait. While I was wearing this one, I was getting really big Blade Runner vibes, like classic Blade Runner 1982 for sure, but also like giant pink Ana de Armas Blade Runner as well. Again, you'll see the pink here in a minute. It's a dark, gloomy night sky, but with bright electric lighting. If you haven't seen either of these Blade Runner films, please watch both of them. The themes and ideas are so applicable to today, and Harrison Ford. Please forgive the cat hair. I think that might be one of Barbara's, OMG. But wow, do you see what I'm talking about? Look at the shift. Look at the pink that we reach on the edge. Can you see Ana de Armas? It's like dark cotton candy. Forbidden cotton candy. Ooh, I want to wear that one again as well. Okay, Miss Flaky, Nirvana Pro X, a multichrome flaky lacquer packed with color shifting silver to pink to green flakies. So there's lots of ways you could approach this one. For these first two coats, I just kind of went at it like a normal polish. I didn't really change my method of painting very much at all. and it worked just fine. On the third coat, I decided, you'll see, to do more of the icing method that I have mentioned before that I learned from the Polish Mage. But I was very impressed with the evenness of the coverage of the flakes. They're quite large, and the fact that they all laid down quite evenly upon application is something to note, and something I look for whenever I'm using a flaky polish like this. That's a full coverage. Something to note is that 2 coats might be enough for some of you with shorter nails and who are a little bit less picky about opacity. From the naked eye, you honestly won't see through the nail too much, even on 2 coats on my big thumb here. Maybe could have stopped, but I wanted to build it up in 3 and really see what it looks like. And here you're seeing the icing method, where you kind of displace the polish along the bottom of your nail all the way across, and then slowly work along and pull it to the edge, almost like it's frosting and you're icing a cake. It's just a way to be a little bit more delicate with the components that are more complicated, like these flakies. You don't want them to drag or have a traffic jam. We just want to fill the gaps ever so gently. And you'll notice that I'm trying as much as I can to float my brush, which means not digging it too deeply into the layer below. Just delicate. These shifts are not delicate. Holy fuck. It's a watermelon on your nails. It's a Batman villain on your nails. The texture, or the perceived texture from the flakes, just tickles me. Here it is in matte. I had to mattify this, and it really looks stunning in matte as well. I only mattified my thumb. It's just like shocking. It almost feels like an illusion or a special effect. But here it is in gloss again for you. Whew, okay. Almost need a break. These are all so good. MEOWTEK Industries, a multichrome lacquer that shifts between shades of green and purple as it's viewed from different angles. Okay, so again, we are pushing the needle forward on formula with this. In the past, multichromes were always 3 coaters. No question, you are definitely going to need 3 coats for full coverage and for the full level of shiftiness that you want from a multichrome. Over the years, formulas have improved and have gotten much more user-friendly, and this is a shift in that direction, a big one. This is an incredibly opaque multichrome. Again, nearly a 1 coater, but I think you'll definitely benefit from a 2nd coat. The opacity is huge. The shifts are massive. And it's all my favorite colors on 1 nail. Look at that. It's so spectacular for such a simple formula and simple application. You get major payoff. Okay, big left turn here to a thermal, Moral Decay, a dark green to teal thermal lacquer that transitions from a shade of dark green black when cold to bright teal when warm. I don't know that I'm necessarily seeing a dark green. I'm definitely catching like a really deep dark teal, but like a blue leaning teal, at least as we're seeing it here. Definitely turns to a bright teal when it's warm, but a dark green, I might not be seeing it in its darkest state here, so we'll have to check the swatch pictures. But boy oh boy was I wrestling with this. And this was just user error. The formula is actually really lovely. I just couldn't stop. And even with my insistence on going to town on it, it still self-leveled and ended up looking gorgeous. So that's a testament to the formula. Thermal formulas are generally a little trickier, but I found this to be pretty standard for Moonkat's thermals. Time for the hollows. Cyborg Tears, a light blue silver magnetic, a light blue silver metallic holographic lacquer. Reader, when I tell you I gasped when I saw this one because it looked so much like Carol, my collaboration shade with Picture Polish, except the holographic version. It's this really, really beautiful dusty slate blue silver. It's not just a standard silver, it definitely leans toward this kind of moody, sort of, I guess, sad blue if we're talking Cyborg Tears, which is an excellent name. This hollow is incredible, both indoors and outdoors. You see it here under my spotlight, which gives you a bit of a glimpse into the hollow, but it definitely does not show you what the hollow looks like under sunlight. I wore all three of these hollows in the sun, and they are beautiful. The hollow flame is super, super intense, but then they look great indoors as well. Maybe my favorite name, Ego Stroker 9000, a hot pink metallic holographic lacquer. The promo shot for this shade, I think, had everyone clutching their pearls. And I ended up getting several DMs from people saying that the hands on it looked like mine, which was a very high compliment. As you've probably noticed, Mooncat has worked with several different artists for the rollout of this launch and previous launches, but it definitely, something about right now, it just feels even more important as we descend further into the pits of AI hell. It's so nice to have a brand show us that not only can you work with creators, but you can work with creators of all kinds to release a product and to market your product. You don't just have to work with creators within the realm of the product that you're creating. Mooncat has worked with visual artists, with 3D artists, with musicians, all kinds of different creatives across the board. And it just makes everything that much more extra special, and it makes it feel like your dollar actually matters a little bit more. If that's an experience that you care about, then Mooncat is the brand for you. And that pink is the pink for me. Holy shit. However, I think one of my other major top picks here is Night Mode. Obviously, it's a blurple, a blue-purple metallic holographic lacquer. So Mooncat doesn't note that there are extra shimmers or any other additional components in these, but I will tell you that they still look spectacular indoors. That's often a gripe with hollow polishes, is that they really only give you the flame and the flare that you are seeing in swatch photos and promo pics when you're in direct light and in direct sunlight primarily, mostly. So it's important that your hollow polish also looks great when you're just sitting at your computer at work, which is where you're at most of the time and where you want to be disassociating while looking at your nails. And so you want to make sure it looks good in all lighting scenarios. You're seeing it here again under spotlight. We're going to switch over really quickly here to diffuse light next to a window. And you still get peeps of hollow. It still sparkles, it still shines and shimmers. And I still would be staring at my nails during work. Jump scare warning, outro, here we go. I'm back. What did you think? Bleak, right? It's truly spectacular what vivid and incredible and gorgeous things can come out of such dark and bleak things, and no brand understands that better than Mooncat. Fun fact, I was Mooncat's very first customer, post rebrand. I was a big fan of Live Love Polish, and I have a small collection of those polishes. But when Mooncat announced that they were rebranding, I was very excited as someone who deals with branding myself for my day job. I couldn't wait to see what the evolution was going to be, and wow, did they exceed, I think, everyone's expectations. It could be studied as a really incredible brand refresh. Not even a brand refresh, this was a full rebrand. And this really could be studied as one of the greatest successes in a brand refresh. And why a brand refresh can sometimes be important. So my launch day psychosis came in handy that day, and I just happened to be the first one to place an order. I just was, scared that I was going to miss out, which happens in this community sometimes, and managed to be the first one. Actually, I still have my note. It's hanging here. Let's see. Okay, I think it's written from Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Tyler. Thank you for placing the first Mooncat order. We hope you love your polishes. I've included a gift for you, Live, Love, Transform, in your order. Enjoy and welcome to the dark side. Michelle, founder and CEO. Tickled doesn't even cover it. So excited to get this. So anyway, they're just fantastic people. It's a fantastic brand. I've been very lucky to be on the Mooncat swatching team for a long time. My unhinged behavior on launch day paid off, I guess. But I hope you love these as much as I do. Favorites, it's kind of, when it comes to favorites, really, the 4 magnetics are all spectacular. The Flaky Bomb might not be for everyone, but it's for me. The Flaky Bomb maybe is the most challenging of them all, but it's actually really, really user-friendly, and the shifts on it are bonkers. It's so incredible. I absolutely adore the multichrome. I adore MEOWTEK Industries. I love that it's kind of like the Umbrella Corporation, or I don't know, Wayland, the evil corporation, MEOWTEK. Love it. I'm wearing the hollows right now. I wore them to a fun party this morning that was outside in the sunshine, so it was really stunning. I love a good hollow, but hollows don't always look amazing indoors. These do. All 3 of these look really stunning and shifty indoors as well. And you can even peep the hollow, like I can see a bit of rainbow right here in this just like diffused window light, especially in this silver, in the blue silver. And it's kind of crazy to me how much it looks like a hollow version of Carol. So, Mooncat, we're vibing. Anyway, please go check out the giveaway down below. Please enter, get into it. One more time, just to review. So how you enter is you subscribe to the channel. I promise you won't regret it. Leave a comment on this video telling me your favorite Mooncat polish or your favorite one from this new collection that you're excited to get. Go and follow Mooncat and me on Instagram, Evil Twin Nails. And that's it, you've entered. So here's the nitty gritty, okay? Giveaway closes on Sunday, August 3rd. The winner will be chosen at random and announced here on the channel and on my Instagram, so I'll update the caption below. It's open to any country where Mooncat ships, so if you are in a place where they ship, just go check their FAQ to find out. If you are, then you're eligible for this giveaway. It's not affiliated or sponsored with YouTube in any way. However, the giveaway prize is sponsored by Mooncat. So thanks, friends. Thanks so much for entering. Thanks for your support. I hope you love the video. I hope you love these polishes. Tell me all the things down below. Let me know your favorites. I'll be back with another one soon. Thanks for hanging with me. Bye.